I know a lot of my AMTV videos are usually factless, and they just really go after the person Christopher Green is, and they kind of hyperbolize anything he says. But this time AMTV flew a little too close to the sun, and well...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hey everybody, Christopher Green. Please share this video. I believe that a trap has potentially been set for the President of the United States, Donald John Trump, number 45. He, of course...
What is that announcement? I don't think I ever referred to any president as the number they are.
Coming right out of the gate, number 45!
Of course, has just re-emerged, just like we thought he would, stronger than ever after a few days' time from Walter Reed Medical Hospital, landed in his beautiful helicopter on the White House lawn yesterday. Took 2 deep, what I perceive to be emotional
You sure
breaths.
that's relief? Because dude just got diagnosed with corona. I think those 2 deep breaths you're referencing there is him literally just trying to breathe right now, dude.
Of relief, as he is quite literally fighting for the sanctity of our country, the American people, our freedom, and liberty. However, I believe 2 narratives are building right now in the mainstream media that are potentially very concerning. And I want to hear your thoughts, and I also want to...
Yes, he's asking for our thoughts on this, which opens the door to people like me. I have been getting a few comments on my other videos about AMTV, about how he can be a bit excessive at times, but he means the best. But honestly, what you're seeing here is my opinion of AMTV, and my opinion is that he is a con man, a liar, and crazy or dumb, if there's any difference.
I'll explain how I think they're potentially setting up this mousetrap, right? You got the little thing of cheese, you got the mousetrap, and they bring back that coil, and BAM! You know, it traps the pest. And I think that this is what Donald Trump's opposition is potentially attempting to do. How do they do it? Well, let me explain. As a result of the clinical trials, the experimental drug treatments, remdesivir, the antibody treatments, all which factually are known to cause things like, quote, cognitive impairment.
I gotta give one out to Trump this time. Man's really putting his money where his mouth is. He told people to inject chlorine into themselves, and what do you know? When it comes to treatment for him, he's trying all these treatments he prescribed. So honestly, not a bad man. Just a bit misinformed.
Confusion, mania, anxiety, depression, and altered states of reality could be used to potentially invoke the 25th Amendment of the Constitution of America.
Ah, yes, the 25th Amendment, the old classic political scheme to remove a sitting president that has never been used once in history. Ah, AMTV, I gotta love ya.
Which would, legally, this would be legitimate, remove Donald John Trump out of office physically before the election results November 4th. I believe this is a critical alert and a critical potentiality that could be in process now. Now, of course...
Alright, here's the first thing AMTV got wrong here. So, if any of you have seen the Legal Eagle video, which I believe that this guy gets most of his video ideas from, the 25th Amendment was recently discussed. It was a really interesting episode, but essentially boiled down, and I am doing it no justice, but this is just to get you caught up with the video. Essentially, if the president is no longer mentally capable of leading the country, his cabinet and Congress can remove him and put the vice president in charge. Now here's the problem. First thing is, the vice president's in charge. Vice president is selected by the president, so, well, vice president's gonna follow out the president's wishes. But even if that's not the case, the president can write into doctrine that he is, again, capable and can prove that he's fit enough mentally to lead the country. Then he gets back in. And if it's not decided upon, which is a 2/3 vote in Congress, essentially an impeachment. So to go through the process of invoking the 25th Amendment and getting Trump removed would be essentially the same process as impeaching him, which, as history has shown, has not worked before. So why is this even a concern? I don't know, because this guy just doesn't know anything.
This does bring into question why Donald Trump would allow the administration of these drugs from these pharmaceutical companies, a lot of which have been untested, and that a lot of which have not gone through proper approval.
This is more of a speculative thing, but I don't believe they're gonna inject drugs into the President of the United States that are not proven to work. He's not a lab rat in any sense, no matter what the doctor is. Because this is the president, all things considered. No matter your political spectrum, we can all agree that they're not going to be doing that.
His opposition is working against him, and there could potentially be ill will or harmful effects to any of these potential treatments. Either Donald Trump is demanding that he receive these drugs, or something else potentially could be going on. Now, trust me, I understand that there could be a lot more at work here. Some have suggested, for example, that Donald Trump never went to Walter Reed Hospital. I'm open to entertaining that idea. However, I think we should kind of critically think about each and every vantage point and then make up our own minds.
Okay, let's entertain this idea. Where would he have gone? Why would you bring this up and never talk about it? And that is totally something I have never done in any one of my videos. And if you point that out, I will fucking murder you. Anyway, yeah, he just never goes on to talk about why. I don't believe so.
Again, that's kind of the beauty of America, is that we can all think for ourselves. Also, Donald Trump appears to be leveraging the stimulus bill against the opposition at this point of time. It was just announced that he's no longer going to negotiate on the $2.4 trillion offer from the Democratic Party, and I believe it was 1.6 or 1.7 trillion from the Republicans.
Yes, because if you're the president of the United States of America, and the United States of America is in the shitter right now, your only duty as the person they elected to help them is not to help them. Huh.
Says that he's basically dangling this carrot in front of everyone's head, saying he's not going to push forward a second stimulus bill until after the election, if and when he wins, to save the American economy, the American worker, and the stock market.
Again, he's doing this out of love and compassion for the American people, and totally not for any political reasons.
Stock market crashed on his tweet earlier today. Also, Trump tweeted earlier this morning, and it was basically thrown down the rabbit hole because the fact checkers fact-checked it and said that he couldn't basically give his opinion.
Okay, here's another problem with AMTV's statement here. The tweet was not removed. It had a little fact check under it that said that the information Trump... You know what? Let me just pull it up. Alright, Trump said there is no way, zero, that mail-in ballots will be anything less than substantially fraudulent. Mailboxes will be robbed, ballots will be forged, and even illegally printed out and fraudulently signed. The governor of California is sending ballots to millions of people. Anyone living in the state, no matter... I'm sorry, I don't know how Twitter works, I don't use it. No matter who they are or how they get there, will get one. That will be followed up with professionals telling all these people, many of whom have never even thought of voting before, how and for whom to vote. This is a rigged election, no way. So, I'm not really political. I like to stay at the middle here, but there's some bullshit here. So basically, the President of the United States is telling people not to vote. Huh. And yes, the tweet was not deleted. There's no problem with it. There's just a little fact check at the bottom. I make a lot of Instagram post memes that get fact checked all the time. Sure, it's a little annoying, but at the same time, I don't want people going out and putting SpaghettiOs in their actual gas tank because I said it was a way to substitute for fuel.
Which is also, pretty much tantamount and testament to the current state of affairs in America. So here's a question. Is there legitimacy to removing potentially the President of the United States as a result of his cognitive inability to effectively lead?
Why, thank you for asking, John. I'll take it from here. Essentially, the 25th Amendment says, yes! Actually, I think his name's Christopher.
via that constitutional amendment, via the drugs that we know factually cause some very real, statistically factual types of impairments? Or is there something else going on here? Is Donald Trump leveraging the stimulus bill for his own ends?
This entire video, just you asking the question, is those,
to maybe raise his numbers in the polling leading up to the election? Or is he using it as ammunition and leverage? I've read all of his books because he really likes leverage. Using it as leverage.
Those books weren't written by him. And the video is essentially just him repeating himself for the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to cut it here, but thank you for watching. And this was a really nice opportunity since it's the first time AMTV tried to present facts here. And basically, you can see just how easy it is to debunk it.